the mining. How it's surprising that tin leveled me up. Mining tin leveled me up, even though the smelting thing didn't. I figured either both would level me up or neither would. And then I made a joke with smelting tin because he owed me $10. There might have been more. Actually, I think. Oh yeah, I remember now. I was thinking of getting hit and run. Grappling hooks nice. It's cool. It's actually kind of fun, but is a more general use thing. I think the other thing might be better. Just a general 15% speed increase is nice. I know I'll be getting another one later, but I'm thinking they'll probably stack. So I'll be moving perpetually 30% faster. And that would probably count while on my mount. So, yeah. That'd be pretty damn nice. Here it is. Here, I'm going to stop for 1 second. I'm getting worried about that noise. So, BRB. Hello, folks, and I'm back. Just making sure I closed my door. Let us continue. Recording locally. Line across, up, left, right, up. All is good. Let us continue. Let's continue. But yeah, basically what I'm thinking to get my mining more up to snuff is I could go smelt a bit. I could go smelt a bit of ore. I have a bit of silver here. If I got the training, I could go smelt some of that. Yeah, I could smelt 11 silver, and then right now that will be having guaranteed level up, which would be nice. Still wouldn't get me up to where I need to be though. Not sure what I think about the fact that the bars have kind of been done away with. That you just get the raw ore, give it to the blacksmith. Not sure what I think of that. I saw you drop a few of them from here. Nice work. Here's your reward on behalf of the Night Watch. Vulgar. Yes. Honey. Vulgul. Yeah. But yeah, up here is the portal I was telling you about. If you watched my Duracar playthrough, you'll have seen such a similar one, but I'll show it to you here. There isn't any guardians of it or anything like that. It's just a portal. Unless there's been a change, like with the failed hand. I'm kind of waiting for that now. Because I just strode into that inn, right onto that assassin's blade. But anyway, in here, it's already looking pretty damn night elfy. It's because it once was a night elf place. It's remarkably well, maintained, given that it's been abandoned for 10,000 years. Part of me feels that, might be a bit of a plot hole, but no, it's probably fine. It's just like, part of me feels that basically no one knew about the humans, the dwarves, gnomes, the orcs. Knew nothing of the Night Elves until Warcraft 3. But this is here since the human kingdoms were founded, and even before. Long before. So they should have known about these. Unless these portals were new, as with these things. Like the portals sprung up and these appeared out of the ground. So, I would figure people would have asked questions, and the High Elves would have said, oh yeah, that's the Night Elf stuff. It just figures like... It's just like, why was it such a surprise? Because the High Elves are Night Elves. I know they look quite different, but they're all were originally part of the same racial ethnic group, you know. And then they moved apart, and they, started looking vastly different, and having a vastly different culture. So, yeah. But anyway, let's head back to the cult town over here and go deal with this. We will be going and dealing with the cult at some stage when we are done. Well, when we're, a Legion tier rogue, or a rogue over in Legion. So yeah. But that will be a bit off, but we'll get it done eventually. I plan on having, like I've said many a time, I plan on getting the quest, the artifact weapons done for every class, and all the artifact weapons done basically. Plan to do that, except maybe the fishing one. There is a fishing artifact thing, and I probably won't get that done. If only because I think that's more of a nuisance to get. I think it's a very rare drop or something. I can't remember, but I think it's a bit more of a nuisance. So I'm just going to focus on the class ones, and like I say, I plan on getting them all done. I still have the healing and the tank one to do on for Paladin, but I plan on getting that done too. Maybe I'll do that next time I go back to Palnai. Might go back to him towards the end of this, later on in this month. Basically, I want to get as much of alt videos done as possible. I'm just kind of gonna fixate on these and get as much done as possible to make some progress, because I've only been doing a token effort so far. I haven't done enough. Okay. Here you go. We're able to convince Zarek Vul to end this monocle for experiment. At last, the stargazing device is complete. Thank you, Kulgoroth. Now I can continue my research. I'll take this, and I'll just put it in the other ring slot. It's not a great ring, but... And rogues can wield guns? I did not realize. Huh. I knew they could use that pistol and that ability, but that's an ability. I was figuring that was just a break from what rogues could do, rather than, signifying anything. Getting a fair bit of reagents here. Starting to build up. Still only like 6 iron. I think I might pop back to Stormwind for a bit and deal with my professions for a moment. I do think I need to get herbalism up higher before I can go get to next level, but I could easily go back to Stormwind and get mining up. I'll probably linger here for a bit longer first before doing that. Sorry, I'm forgetting. Yeah, I will only head back to Stormwind when I'm actually ready to head back. I won't head back too early, because then I'll just have to go back a second time. Do you have my crate? If so, then please give it to me quickly. Tank the neck. Tank the neck? Oof. One sec. Here's this. Just need to kill a spider. Creepy bastards. Just saw one on the wall next to me. Tank the neck. Well, thank you, Kulgoroth. You've more than earned your reward. Haha. Happy nights ahead. Out on the outskirts of town, it's a wonder the Walking Dead haven't eaten me. In fact, just yesterday a pack of ghouls was pounding on the walls of my tower. I want to make an effigy, a kind of scarecrow for ghouls. To do that I need some ghoul ribs. You can find plenty of them on the fetid corpses wandering the Manor Mistmantle's grounds. Wandering Manor Mistmantle's grounds, north of Darkshire. Get the ribs for me, and I will pay you with some coin.
Have a good one.
Okay. Yeah, Manor Mistmantle isn't actually that far away. It's actually quite nearby. So we'll slap these around. If memory serves, you can get an item from these called a pound of flesh, which is a reference to Menace of Venice, Merchant of Venice. Yes, it's the dark prequel to Dennis the Menace. Yes.
I need to get closer. I need to target something first.
At least I remember you could do that. Maybe you can't any longer.
I'm out of range.
Because they really don't seem to want to drop any vendor trash.
I need to get closer.
I suppose that's not something to be complaining about. But, yeah.
It's too far away. I need a target.
Nice. Ooh, nice. Yeah, they really don't seem to want to drop it. Maybe you can't get it anymore. Maybe they removed it. Be weird, but Blizzard has done plenty of things before. Fair bit of cost sent to the other guy. Probably have. Oh, I've certainly over. I've nearly 100 between the two of them. Sorry, there's actually total there, 94. And 88 for that. 8 for that. Alright, doing pretty well.
Hey there.
I'm sure you can find plenty of ribs in Ravenhill as well, but you might not want to travel so far at night. Ah, thanks. These will do just a trick. Take this note to L.O. Ebenlock, the mayor of Darkshire. He and I are old friends. And when he reads it and discovers what you did for me, I'm sure he'll be just as happy as I am. Ha ha ha.
See you later.
Right click. The letters on this note seem to flicker and dance across the surface. It is impossible to glean meaning from them. Okay. This is as you know, the whole Abercrombie thing here. Actually, never mind. That point is actually kind of relevant. I was going to say it's, you know, an optional little side quest. You don't have to do it at all, but so goes for most of the stuff here. Like, you get the quest to go to Stranglethorn via level, not anything else. Apparently, the ambassador is part of that cult as well, by the way. Our cause falls on deaf ears beyond the thick stone walls of Stormwind. No idea what happens with the Anchorite. Greetings, I am the Anchorite Delon, one of the Draenei. I'm a teacher of sorts. And who might you be? Someone who can respond.
And your hardships few.
This guy is Roel Druger, Deputy Mayor of Darkshire. Birth of the Lich King. Ner'zhul and his followers entered the Twisting Nether, the ethereal plane that connects all the worlds scattered throughout the great dark beyond. Unfortunately, Kil'jaeden and his demonic minions were waiting for them. Kil'jaeden, who had sworn to take vengeance on Ner'zhul for his prideful defiance, slowly tore the old shaman's body apart, piece by piece. Kil'jaeden kept the shaman's spirit alive and intact, while leaving Ner'zhul painfully aware of his body's gross dismemberment. Though Ner'zhul pleaded with the demon to release his spirit and grant him death, the demon grimly replied that the blood pact they made long ago was still binding. that Ner'zhul still had a purpose to serve. The Orcs' failure to conquer the world for the Burning Legion forced Kil'jaeden to create a new army to sow chaos throughout the kingdoms of Azeroth. This new army could not be allowed to fall prey to the same petty rivalries and infighting that had plagued the Horde. It would be merciless and single-minded in its mission. This time Kil'jaeden could not fail. Holding Ner'zhul's spirit helpless in stasis, Kil'jaeden gave him one last chance to serve the Legion or suffer eternal torment. I actually kind of like saying the torment eternal. Or suffer torment eternal. Just, I know, has a nice twang to it. But mightn't be quite grammatically correct. Mightn't be. Once again, Ner'zhul recklessly agreed to the demon's pact. Ner'zhul's spirit was, though to be honest, he really didn't have much of a say in it. He was just like, "Oh sure, please, yeah, oh sure, whatever, just don't pull the fucking trigger." He doesn't really have much say in the matter, really. Ner'zhul's spirit was placed within a specifically crafted block of diamond hard ice gathered from the far reaches of the twisting nether. Encased within the frozen cask, Ner'zhul felt his consciousness expand 10,000-fold. Warped by the demon's chaotic powers, Ner'zhul became a spectral being of unfathomable power. That moment, the orc known as Ner'zhul was shattered forever, and the Lich King was born. Ner'zhul's loyal Death Knights and Shadowmoon followers were also transformed by the demon's chaotic energies. The wicked spellcasters were ripped apart and remade as skeletal liches. The demons had ensured that even in death, Ner'zhul's followers would serve him unquestioningly. When the time was right, Kil'jaeden explained the mission for which he had created the Lich King. Ner'zhul was to spread a plague of death and terror across Azeroth that would snuff out human civilization forever. All those who died with the dreaded plague would rise as the undead, and their spirits would be bound to Ner'zhul's iron will forever. Kil'jaeden promised that if Ner'zhul accomplished his dark mission of scarring humanity from the world, he would be freed from his curse and granted a new, healthy body to inhabit. Though Ner'zhul was agreeable and seemingly anxious to play his part, Kil'jaeden remained skeptical of his opponent's loyalties. Keeping the Lich King bodiless and trapped within the crystal cask assured his good conduct for the short term, but the demon knew that he would need to keep a watchful eye on him. To this end, Kil'jaeden called upon his elite demon guard, the vampiric Dreadlords, to police Ner'zhul and ensure that he accomplished his dread task. Tychondus, the most powerful and cunning of the Dreadlords, warmed to the challenge. He was fascinated by the plague's severity and the Lich King's unbridled potential for genocide. The Alliance of Warderon. Let me just take a quick drink. You can read ahead if you want, or if you don't, that's fine. I'll read it in a second. Sorry. Lord Lothar rallied the remnants of Azeroth's armies after their defeat at Stormwind Keep, and then launched a massive exodus across the sea to the northern kingdom of Warderon. Convinced that the Horde would overcome all of humanity unchecked, the leaders of the 7 human nations met and agreed to unite in what would be called known as the Alliance of Warderon. For the first time in nearly 3,000 years, the disparate nations of Arator once again united under a common banner. Appointed as supreme commander of the Alliance forces, Lord Lothar prepared his armies for the coming of the Horde. Aided by his lieutenants, Uther the Lightbringer, Admiral Dalen Proudmoore, and Turellian, Lothar was able to convince Lordaeron's demi-human races of the impending threat as well. Demi-human, it's like dwarves, elves, that kind of thing. They're humanoid, basically. But not human, or at least not pure human. Actually, let's leave the purity thing out. It's just like, they're humanoid but not human. The Alliance succeeded in gaining the support of the stoked dwarves of Ironforge and a small number of high elves from Kel'Dalas. The elves, at the time led by an Asterian Sunstrider, were largely uninterested in coming conflict. However, they were duty-bound to aid Lothar, because the last descendant of the Arati bloodline, which aided the elves in ages past. The Horde The Horde, now led by War Chief Doomhammer.